Well, if you didn't notice, I have quite a few Massey Ferguson 135 tractors here behind me. I just made a massive deal on this big lot of Massey Ferguson tractors. Most of them are sitting right here. My lot's getting a little bit full. There's some behind the camera. We got 4 more at another property, and actually 13 Massey Ferguson tractors to be exact. 12 of them are 135s, and I've got one 245 sitting right here. And we're gonna see if we can't make some money on them. Now, on this deal for these Massey Ferguson tractors, I bought them all from a single guy. They just closed down their farm. They're selling all their tractors, and well, I bought all of them. As well as all of his tractors, I also got 2 3-point discs that are sitting over there in the corner as well that we're gonna be selling. And 2 cherry bins full of new parts for these tractors. So hopefully we can get all of these things running and not have to buy anything. So let's go take a walk down these tractors, take a quick glance at them. I'm curious what you guys think this lot of tractors is worth. If you guys think I'll make any money on it. Later on in the video, I'm sure I will reveal exactly how much I paid for this entire lot, and hopefully I can make some money. We'll see if you guys think I can too. So this one that we're gonna nickname Old Johnny is probably the worst shape out of all of them. It's missing the seat. It's got a flat tire that is rusting out the wheel, and I can't get to the plug to even fill up the tube in there to see if it'll hold air. As well as all of that, this brake is also locked up, so this tire doesn't turn. That's why it's not sitting with the rest of them. I got to take this wheel off and see if I can't lube it up and get that brake to unlock so that I can actually use it. As well as most of these, none of them are currently running. His farm has been shut down for about 3 years, and they all just basically sat behind his property in a line and didn't run. So now this one I already had. This one's a gasser. All the rest of them are all new, and they are the diesel 135. So they're super sought after in my area. I feel like they actually go for more in my area than most other areas that I see them at. So here's one of them. Again, I only have one of them running at the moment. Only one of them actually fired just right off of the bat. A couple of them are missing a few small parts. The guy said he had someone break into his property and steal 2 of the starters off these bad boys, which is unfortunate. We did turn every single one of these over there on site to make sure that they weren't locked up, that the guy wasn't just lying to us. So here's one that's missing the starter. And we also tried to get a few of them running to get onto the trailers, and so we ended up spraying a little bit of ether to see if we can't get them to crank up, and all of them at least fired off of ether, but we just couldn't get fuel to all of them. So sounds like we're gonna have quite a few fueling issues with these. The 4 that are sitting at the other property look exactly the same as all of these. Pretty much the same shape. This is the 245. This one's in great shape. It's got some sort of wiring issue that it's not getting power to the ignition. But besides that, it's in really good shape. So I think we're gonna start with this one because I think this one's probably worth the most. And it's probably gonna be the easiest to get going. It looks like it's in really good shape. There's not a whole ton of leaks on it, so the fuel system should be pretty easy to access and get bled and get fuel to it, as long as we can just fix that wiring issue, which I like to think that I'm good at wiring, so hopefully it won't be too bad. So let's get this one pushed into the shop. We'll get started on this one, see if we can't get her cranked up. Now, even when I tell myself the exorbitant amount of money that I spent on all of these tractors, it sounds like a ton of money. But you know, when I get thinking about it, every single one of them has good tires on it. Of all of the tractors, I only have 2 flat tires. All of the rest of them completely hold air. They don't leak down. There's the one on this guy that with the wheel locked up, and there's one at the other property that has a rusted wheel because he didn't park. That was like the only one that he didn't park with the valve stem up, and so it leaked the calcium out and ended up ruining the wheel. But every single other one, they've been sitting here aired up for like 2 weeks now, and none of them have lost air out of their tires. and all of them there on site all had full tires. So I think hopefully, because that's normally the most expensive part of this whole deal that I do is tires, hopefully that saves me a ton of money and I can come up from that. A lot of weight for this old 743 skid steer. All right, she's in the shop, but check out all these freaking parts that this guy gave me with this. We have brand new radiator, another brand new radiator. We've got some brand new alternators, a whole bunch of starters. We got another brand new alternator down there. I mean, another alternator there, starters, all sorts of stuff. We have every type of gasket, or there's a kill switch for one of them. All sorts of stuff, even this kind of stuff. Just hose clamps, like a whole bunch of random stuff for it. We got another box of random stuff. I mean, we've got gauges and switches and radiator caps, like kill switches and stuff, or light switches. I can't think of the name, but everybody knows what those are. A whole bunch of stuff. We got new front end. We've got a whole bunch of hydraulic hoses. We've got a brand new air cleaner box. I'm guessing this is probably for, I don't know, but we got one. We've got some of these. Oh, this is the rubber gasket that goes around the, like those guys. They always get old and cracked, so I've got some brand new ones of those. Universal joints. These are all new gauges. Some new gauges for them. I've unloaded a lot of this stuff and kind of tried to organize it. So all of these are brand new in the box air filters, the inner and outer air filters, just a ton of them. These are all brand new filters. So we have, I think these are fuel filters or oil filters. Either way, we have oil and fuel filters all here, just tons and tons of them. We have an injector line. These are all bulbs and lights for them. We have hoses for the radiator, so radiator hoses. I don't remember what these are. Oh, this is the like primer pump or something, right? Let's see what else we got. Water pump, voltage regulators, and starter solenoids. We have a brand new belt for twice as many tractors as I have. I'm not quite sure what this goes to. If anybody knows, let me know. And then we also had some of these things, like fuel tank filters and a bunch of these block anchors for planting stuff, I believe, or holding tarps down. I don't remember. They go into the ground, but how many? 2,000 of them. So if anybody wants some of these, let me know. Just a whole bunch of parts, random stuff. So hopefully that'll help me get some of these running. So let's break into this guy. All right, just threw a fresh battery in it. Had to go grab the key from inside. And I'm assuming I know what's gonna happen, just like what happened last time, is I turned the ignition and nothing happened, but let's find out. Fire in the hole. Nothing. That's what I thought. So we're not getting power to the starter somehow. No, time to figure that out. So what I'm doing is super simple. I went down to the starting solenoid. I have power to it. Turn the switch. No power coming out of the solenoid. Check the, I don't know the technical term. I'm not a real mechanic. The wire that goes to it that's supposed to energize the solenoid, no power to it. So that's the problem. All I'm doing is just tracking the power back. And so I'm coming up and finding where that break is. And it's pretty simple. I touch something and this lights up, tells me that's not the spot, and I just keep moving down the system. So I think I found where the issue is. It's where this there's a little fuse right here. The wire comes up to this fuse and then goes over the switch. The fuse isn't blown. It doesn't look blown, at least. So I don't know why I'm not getting power through it. I have power to that fuse. It's just not coming out the wire. I'm not sure why. Maybe a broken wire somewhere or loose connection or something. I don't know. Let's just try wiggling it, and I guess I gotta turn it over while I do that because I can't hold the... There's the issue. It's just a loose wire. See if it turns over good. See if I can get it in the right spot. Hey! Power steering probably needs some fluid. See if it goes into gear. Clutch needs adjusted, that's for sure. I'm not quite sure how the 3-point works. Oh, there we go. 3-point works. How do I make it go down? Huh. Well, she runs. Uh-oh. The kill switch isn't... Well, that is quite surprising. I did not figure that it would just fire up like that. But it felt like the clutch was either to the end of its life or that pedal is just super duper loose. And I think that looking at this pedal, that is all the play in the pedal. So it has a ton of play in that pedal before it even meets any resistance and starts pushing on the clutch. So what we're gonna do is just tighten up this linkage. Ow, that exhaust is hot. And tighten up that linkage and see if we can't get the clutch to disengage all the way. All right, well, I'm back. It's the next day. I ended up having to run to the store and grab one of these bushings. So I think what was going on with this clutch here was this little clearance bushing was in there, and as you can see, it is all broken off. So on this clutch pedal, there was a ton of play because, well, this wasn't doing its job. So this is the bar that goes and connects all your linkage to your clutch pedal, and it goes into that hole right there. But as you can see, this rod is quite a bit smaller than that hole. So there's a wear bushing that goes onto there, this guy, so that you're not eating up the actual metal. You just replace this bushing every now and then to keep the tension on the clutch. So it was all the way out adjusted, but it was still catching a little bit, and I think the issue was we're losing like another, I don't know what that is, 1/4 of an inch of pull on the clutch because, well, this thing was broken. So we're gonna throw a new one on there, and hopefully I can put it in gear without rolling forward. All right, I got all that connected now, so that's what it's supposed to look like. So there's that new bushing that's in there, all connected. Now I have literally no play. You're like right onto the clutch, just right there. So that's about as good as it's gonna get. Let's find out if I can put it in gear now. All right, so I also replaced that connector in there, so it should just fire right up now, as long as the ignition's still on. Oh yeah. There we go. I'm not rolling forward. Let's see. Oh, I gotta put it in gear. There we go. Nice. Heck yeah. Looks like that did it. Sweet. All right, let's go pressure wash this thing off. All right, well, it's been a couple days at this point. The whole family is just getting over being sick. But we got this thing pressure washed off, so it is now ready to go. Everything's working, everything's running, topped off with fluids, pressure washed off. It's for sale right now. Listed it for $5,500. We'll see what it goes for. But around here, about $5,000 I'd expect. Right now, me and the little helper are gonna go pick up the other tractor from the other property. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. And bring it back so we can get it pressure washed off and get it listed for sale. What do you think? There you go. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, let's go. So here are the other 4 tractors that are at our other property that we picked up. So these 2 also don't run, but they're also in exactly the same shape as the other 10 that we looked at. Nothing too crazy. And then these 2, this is the only other tire that's bad. So, and I don't even know if the tire's not even bad, it's just that wheel. So we're gonna have to do something about that. But the tractor, on the other hand, is in good shape. It's obviously leaking diesel right there, but that's not a big deal.
Daddy.
And then there's this one. So this one runs. This one actually cranked right up just there on site. We turned all of them over, like I said, but only a couple revolutions just to see if it would kick over and start. And this was the only one that just fired on up all by itself with nothing but a battery. So this one works great. It's in really good shape. The tires are awesome. Everything's good about it. So we're just gonna take this one straight home and pressure wash her off and list her for sale. Not really anything to do with that one, but I think we're going to take this one home with us as well because it also needs a tire or a wheel, and we might be able to shuffle some wheels around on other ones that are flat or something like that. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. And I got that other 135 sitting there that's a gasser that's not in the best shape, so maybe I'll take the good tires off it and throw them on here. Maybe put the bad ones on that other one. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's get them on the trailer. Right there. You're the best filmer that there is. You gotta teach them young, people. You gotta teach them young. Good job. Yep, keep going. Keep going. Well, we got them strapped down and we're on our way home. I don't think I'm gonna have time to pressure wash the one tonight, but they're on their way home. She's helping me make content. Good job, Em. So what's funny is I actually took a nice long video of us picking these tractors up to begin with from the guy in Benton City, but a couple days ago I ended up smashing my phone, put it in my back pocket like an idiot, sat down on a disc and just destroyed the screen. so I can't get anything off of it. I probably could have gotten the videos off of it if I didn't spike it on the ground after I sat on it, but we live and we learn. So it's unfortunate we're not going to have that content from the initial us going and seeing the tractors at this guy's house and picking them up from there, but it is what it is. We're going to have plenty of content coming out of this. So I think that's going to be it for this video. Next one, we'll get these ones home, get pressure washed off, hopefully have a couple sold by then, and get working on the rest of them. See you on the next one. Stay safe.